today on the collection tour we're getting inspired by all things wintry, so I thought I would take you back in time to when in Helston we had that lovely snowy weather quite a while ago, and here's the museum itself. I myself am missing all the lovely ski slopes up in Scotland, and then I thought we'd look at some old photographs as well. So here we have a really snowy image down at the Helford, all frozen. Looks amazing. And then I'm going to come across to a more modern couple of examples at Brieg. Going by these boys' clothes, I think we've jumped to 50s. And let's see here. Huge snowballs. And come across. So although I've got some more here of Helston in the snow as well from our hot collection, pushing a really old car up the hill. I cannot imagine Coinage Hall Street as much fun in the snow. But although Cornwall occasionally has snow, it's not famed for its ski slopes or its ice rinks. I don't know if anyone's ever skated down at Coronation Park. So today what I'm going to look at is a couple of pieces we have in our collection. Now I hope you're feeling all wintry and snow inspired. So I'm going to come across here to show you we've got a couple of pieces in our collection related to winter sports. So we have a really long set of skis. It can be quite hard to show you this, and a pair of ice skates. So I'm going to take you in and show you both of them. So I'm going to begin with the skis themselves, and these came through into the collection, and they actually came from the neighbouring building next to us, which is now cast. So they came from the Green School, this set of skis. So I don't know why they had them or where they were going, but I'm going to get in so you can see. So they're really lovely and red on the inside, and they're a pair of wooden skis. And we've got the metal ski poles. And they have, if anyone's an avid skier, they have the Kandahar grip on them. And we know that these came from Lily White's of London, and I'm going to come in close and see if you can possibly see that. I should have brought maybe my torch over. I'm going to hold and see. So these came from Lily White's, and you'll know Lily White's a sporting company, a massive sporting company, and that was from Piccadilly. And I'm going to give you an idea of what you might have done when you went to buy these. So Lily White's in London actually set up a ski slope in the store, which seems quite bonkers. I particularly love the gentleman with the pipe, and you can see they're very similar looking skis, and you could obviously try them out. And I've got some more modern fashions coming from Lily White's. I think these are a bit more modern than our skis, but I think these are much more in the range of ski sets. And skiing's quite interesting because actually it's been around for a long time. So there's evidence of skiing, you know, from at least 6,000 years ago in Norway and Arctic. And they used to use sort of bones to have on them. And wooden, and the British Ski Club itself first began in 1905, and the British First National Ski Championships began in 1921, and the first Winter Olympic Games were held in 1924. So I feel some of these skis sort of fit into that time, because this Kandahar sort of binding, where you put your ski boots, was invented in 1935. and then it was replaced in the 60s with a different grip altogether. But at this time, when these skis would have been bought, it would have been about the explosion of skiing, because you get your first chairlifts coming in 1937, and the first ski instructors began to be getting qualified in 1938. They're very difficult to show you because they are so long, and they take two of us to carry them. Yeah. Now I'm going to show you our next sort of winter sports inspired footwear, and these are a set of ice skates. Now ice skates are really interesting. There's evidence of them for a very long time, you can see here, and these are obviously more modern ice skates because they've got the blade attached, and also if you look here, they've got a little serrated edge at the top. And this development in ice skates itself was really important because it allowed the skater to turn, and that's when you start getting the development of figure skating as a sport itself. So they're a very smart pair of boots. I mean, they just look like ice skates now. Got your ribbon, you've got your toe, and I was having a look at them before we came online, and you can see down here, there's a stamp mark there. So made in Canada. So that was one thing I spotted, and it makes sense because I imagine they've got a lot more snow. And then on the inside, they're called St. Moritz, which is in Switzerland, and they have loads of ice skating, and they've got an ice skating rink there still. And you can see the boots were made by Dolces Sports, and they've got a stamp number in it. And what I find quite interesting is they're obviously quite early, because it says also inside, exclusive manufacturer patent applied for. So you can get a good shot of them there. And I'm just going to get you some key facts and figures about ice skating, really. So the early ice skates were very common in Scandinavia, and they used to use like rib bones from elks and ox or reindeers. And then the big improvements, as I was saying, really came from the United States in 1850, with the introduction of the steel skate that we can see there. And then in the 1900s, that little jaggy toe grip came in. But skating had happened in Britain, so when it got really cold in the winter, there's evidence of skating in the 17th century, and the first skating club was actually formed in Edinburgh in 1742. And then the first sort of artificial ice rink was opened in London in 1876. And I've been looking to try and find out when the ice rink opened in Plymouth. But I do know that there used to be a dry ice rink at the old Fiesta nightclub in the 1970s, so I don't know if any of you went to that. So these are our two items connected with winter sports. So we've got our lovely skates and our red skis that would look amazing on the ski slope with these metal poles. So I don't know if any of you went on adventures skiing abroad from the Green School, or whether these were a teacher's set of skis, but we'd love to know more. And thank you so much for joining us today, and I'll leave you remembering the snow and remembering going skiing with this lovely photograph of the museum in the snow. Thank you.